Hey, it's Edge here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin with Elliott Wave Theory. Couple of advertisements here at the start. I finally completed the Elliott Wave and RSI Advanced course, so if you want to master the RSI and want to learn how it can be utilized properly with Elliott Wave Theory, check out the course on Udemy. I've also started counter trend capital with few expert traders that will be paid Discord group. Currently the Discord is free, so you can check it out if you're interested. And lastly, if you want to educate yourself and support me, you can take a look at Patreon, where you can find Elliott Wave Basics course, access to weekly live streams and extra content overall. Thank you for your support. Let's get into the charts next. So here we are on 4 hour time frame, and let's take a look at what we are dealing with. So overall, the idea has been that either we have this completed WXY into the lows of November 22nd around 2022. And again, this would be ending a count down at these lows, and then we would have this far-away structure being start of something, either wave A or wave 1. At that point, again, we would be expecting lower impulse, a lower correction down here to create this as a 1, 2 or AB, and then took off for one more high. Again, this is not my primary, but we can still talk about it. The other way around of looking at this is that this would be an ABC, like so, where this would be a wave W, this would be a wave X, and then we'd be looking down again. This is my main at this moment. The question is wave C done? And this here is the key point. At this point again, the wave C has taken out the highs of wave A here on Binance Futures, which is the one that I'm charting, and we have hit the very much important level of 1.236 extension of this wave A, pivoted again from wave B for that C wave. So again, to me that is very decent looking. Now let's jump inside this wave C here and take a look at what we got. So overall, we would have this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and 5th is definitely possible to have completed. Now it is kind of hard to label the wave 5 somewhere else here. It is possible to label it in here as well, and at that point we would have a structure like this possibly, but the issue is that we have taken out the highs with this wick, so we can't really have a good looking structure coming from these lows unless we want to have it as a corrective structure. So instead of looking into that, we can have the other option, which would be making that this is a wave 1 of this 5th. So this 5th would not be done, and again it would be somewhere over here. We would look for wave 2 here, 3, 4 and 5 overall, and that is one way of looking at this. The whole invalidation of that idea is down here. So again, that is still possible and still decent looking. However, again, I have to point out that we don't need to be expecting that. The wave 3 has already hit the 2.618 extension of wave 1 overall, so we don't need to be expecting an extension on 5th. At this very moment, we have already hit some of the major targets that we had for wave 5. So again, we don't need to be expecting anything of 5th anymore. Now, just based on this structure here, I have been looking for a long setup here. Now, if we are looking at this whole correction again, we can be looking this as 3 ways into W, 3 ways into X, and then 3 ways into wave Y of micro or this red count. Here we are seeing that we hit the 1.236 of this micro count, and we have also hit a 1-to-1 extension of this green or sub micro here as well. And also more locally within this wave Y, or within this wave Y of a submicro, we would have this ABC hit as well to the 1.236. And again, we see a lot of confluence around this area. What else did we have was area of consolidation over here, giving us some kind of structure to grab onto. And also we had, again, volume bump just based on this structure here, because again, we consolidated that bit. We also had front run this naked point of control, which was again straight in, basically in the middle of this structure. We did not tag it, so that's still active. One more thing that we had was this golden pocket, again measured from this structure, as this would be a wave 1, and this would be wave 2 of that fifth. And again, this golden pocket would be holding its own on here. And again, we hit all of these fibs. So again, wonder why I'm going to be taking long here. It's not a very difficult decision, at least for me. Again, I still currently have my stops right below these lows, just based on the structure. Now there was a couple of different ideas here. Either this would be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 into the lows, where indeed C wave or wave Y and wave Y would be done completely, or this would be an expanded flat here, ABC. The B wave here hit right on the gold expanded B pocket, which is why again we had that idea. This structure here was 5 waves. Let's take a look at that 1 minute chart, where we had this as a potential 5 wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, we had divergence at the top, not the best extensions, so it can be argued that this indeed is a 3-way structure. However, at this point, I do like it as 5 waves as well. We hit the 1.618 extension of this ABC, after which we started to come down. Now there is a chance that this would be some kind of 5 wave, however, we have overlap between these two. So again, we should not have that if we want to have something motive structure, other than diagonal, of course. Diagonal can be labeled here for sure. Not the best looking, does not really look like it's contracting one, which is why I'm not going to be playing this anymore. Again, I have taken profits on my shorts here, down at these levels, and I've added to my Bitcoin long position around this area here. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Again, the overall ideas is that this is either wave wave 1 or wave C of that expanded flat. I like the idea of 1, 2 here better. However, the structures afterwards are not really easy to read. I don't mind these trend lines here, although they are contracting and could be read as some kind of a triangle. I'm not going to be doing that at the moment. On RSI again, they are very contracting. So there is a chance, of course, that this is something, but I can't really put any kind of labelings there to be fitting too well. Because again, if this was an A wave, B wave, C wave, is that the D and E? I'm not quite sure. The triangle ends at these lows here, so maybe A, B, C, D, and then E, and then downwards. But again, we'll see how that turns out. At the moment, I'm not playing that at all, as it does not really fit the structure that well, although we have that contraction here. But those were the ideas that I have for Bitcoin at this very moment. We'll see how that turns out, and we'll take it from there. Again, if you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes and comments on the video. If you want to learn more, check out the link to my Patreon and Discord on the description below. Check out the Udemy course for advanced RSI, and also check out CTC as well. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.